everyone. Welcome to my channel, Physiology. Today's topic is heartbeat and how this heartbeat is created due to the extrinsic factor and the intrinsic factor. This is our topic, and I explained about the electrocardiogram in my previous video. You just check out that one. Okay, let's start. The heartbeat. What is the heartbeat? Heartbeat. First of all, we have to understand our heart is the myogenic heart. And what is called the myogenic heart? Myogenic heart means this heart never needs any extrinsic or the outsider factor. Okay, that are or outside signals, because there are some muscles and that are autonomously actually contracted and relaxes, and actually this contraction and relaxation of the muscles is occurred due to the presence of some fibers like that SA node. One is SA node, another is AV node, third one is the Purkinje fiber, and the fourth one is the bundle of HIS or the HIS. These are very important factors, and that help in the contraction and the relaxation of the heart muscle. And after cutting the heart, or you separate the heart from the body and you just keep it in another plate, it is continuously or automatically but rhythmically contracted and relaxed. Okay. So this is possible because the heart is the human heart. This is the myogenic heart because its muscles contraction and relaxation is totally controlled by the parts that present in the heart. And I told you the parts name. Okay. So in another video I explained about what is the SA node, what is AV node. Okay. So today's topic is the heartbeat. What is the heartbeat? The heartbeat is actually the spontaneous rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart to pump out and receive the blood to and from the body. Okay, so the total circulation of the body that is controlled by the heart. Okay, heart's pumping system. Heart acts like a pumping system, and it pumps the blood through all over the body, and also due to this pumping mechanism, the total blood that presents within the body that circulates from the body to heart and heart to body, and obviously to the lungs. And here I say also one topic or one part, that is the circulation part. The circulation, actually our circulation, blood circulation, this is called the double circulation. Why double circulation? Because here the two circulations, systemic circulation and the pulmonary circulation, that is totally togetherly called the double circulation. Because the pulmonary circulation, here the circulation of the blood that occurs between the lungs and the heart, and in case of systemic circulation, the circulation occurs within the body and the heart, between the body and the heart. So two kinds of circulation that are related to each other and or connected with each other. So in that situation, the circulation is called the double circulation. And with the help of a heart's pumping system, the total blood circulation is possible throughout the body and the part that I described here, that the lungs and the other organ parts. Okay. So here we will learn that the relaxation and the contraction, how the controlled. And you know that two atria, how this contraction is possible. First, contracts the atria. You all know there are two atrial chamber, right and the left. From the right auricle chamber, the blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, that comes to the first right ventricle, and then from the right ventricle it goes to the lungs for the oxygenation through the pulmonary artery. And this is the exceptional case, the pulmonary artery. You all know that it carries the deoxygenated blood. And in case of left auricle and left ventricle, what happened here? The left auricle that carries the oxygenated blood, and that comes from the lungs through the pulmonary vein, and that passes into the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle it passes throughout the body or the tissues. Okay, so this is another topic, but just before going to the just here I see that the two part very important, that is the auricle and ventricle. So just I explain you the what is the function of the auricle and the ventricle. And now you can see the two types of control, very important, that are necessary for the heart beating. This pumping, for this pumping of the heart, we can hear the heartbeat. Okay, we can hear the heartbeat, and this heartbeat generally 7 to 72 times per minute. In 1 minute, it's normal 72 times, and sometimes it will more than 72 times, or sometimes it lower or less than 72 times. Okay, so but 72 times per minute is the normal situation where the heartbeat actually the normally in without any disease in the heart, okay, or without any defaults or without any problems that created in the heart. So the heartbeat must be 72 times per minute. But if some increasement, if we see the 72 times to 80, we consider this is the normal heart. Okay. Okay. Next one, I will discuss about the, sorry for the disturbance. Sorry for the disturbance. So, intrinsic control, that means there is human heart is as usually it is myogenic heart. So there is no need of the outside stimulation. Okay, and here the SA node. This is the SA node. Okay, SA node that initiates the heartbeat automatically. That initiates the heartbeat automatically and senses out the cardiac action potential at every 0.8 seconds to control the to contract the atria. So atria's contraction, it is totally controlled by the SA node. Okay, it is totally controlled by the SA node, and it is possible within every or 0.8 seconds, at every 0.8 seconds to contract the atria. Okay, and this atrial contraction is totally controlled by the SA node. SA node first it just produce the impulse, and the impulse passing through the atrial chamber, and as usually the atria becomes contracted. Next one, the impulses that reach the AV node, and after the slight delay. Why this delay is very necessary? Because without completion of the atrial contraction, the ventricle contraction is not possible. So, slight delay is very important. Clear? The slight delay is very important for the completion of the atrial contraction. Now, after finishing of the atrial contraction, the ventricle becomes contracted. And the signal for the contraction of the ventricles that travels from the bundle of HIS and the Purkinje fiber. This bundle of HIS and the Purkinje fiber, these are very important for the completion of the ventricular contraction. Clear? Completion of the ventricular contraction. Here the AV node also responsible, but AV node actually not fully help to contract the ventricles, because Purkinje fiber and the HIS bundle of these are also important for the contraction of the ventricles. Next one, these are the intrinsic control. Okay, intrinsic control, and here the two auricles first contract, then after that two ventricles contract. Clear? Next one, we learn the extrinsic control. We just discussed that the extrinsic or the outside signal is not necessary, or outside signal is not important or not responsible for the contraction of the heart. But this heartbeat become increased due to some nervous regulation or due to some hormonal regulation. In case of nervous regulation, the two nerves are very important. One is the sympathetic nerve and another is the parasympathetic nerve. Clear? The sympathetic nerve generally it helps to increase the heartbeat rate and strength of the ventricular contraction. Okay? In this way, it actually increase in the help, or it helps increasement of the cardiac output. Next, the second one is the parasympathetic nerve. It generally decreases the rate of the heartbeat. So sympathetic nerve, it increases the rate of the heartbeat, and just opposite way, the parasympathetic nerve that works. Okay. So here, due to this, the heartbeat rate that becomes decreases. Okay. And next one, the hormonal regulation. These also very important, two hormones. One is the thyroxine. You know all, the thyroxine secreted from the thyroid gland, and this thyroxine also increases the heartbeat by increasing the basal metabolic rate, or the BMR. Basal metabolic rate, or the BMR. And the epinephrine and norepinephrine both are secreted from the adrenal medulla. And these are from these, the epinephrine, it is actually increases the heartbeat during the emergency period, but norepinephrine, it actually increases the heartbeat in the normal situation. Okay, so here I just want to say some word about the adrenal medulla, or the adrenaline hormone. This is called the emergency hormone, because in case of emergency situation, it helps in immediate changes that are very important for the body, that this adrenaline helps in that changes. Okay, so that's why it is called the emergency hormone. So here we learn about the hormonal regulation and the nervous regulation. These are the extrinsic control, and these are the extrinsic factors that help to control the heartbeat rate. And in case of intrinsic control, these are very important. SA node and AV node, and the HIS, or the bundles of HIS, and the Purkinje fiber, these are very important for controlling the heartbeat rate. So this is the heartbeat, and today we learned that how the heartbeat is controlled by the extrinsic and intrinsic way. Okay, so it is the heartbeat, and I think you can understand it clearly. If you like this video, obviously subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Okay, thank you.